Hi, welcome to Paget Risk Consultants 5 Golden Rules. This is part 3 of a series where we go over what's all involved in having a solid safety program. One that meets OSHA standards, one that your insurance company wants to see, one that your legal guys might need in the future. Today we're going to talk about one of the more complicated and often left out situations that needs to be covered in your safety program plan. And that is non-employees that affect your company. This could include subcontractors, 1099, visitors or vendors to your facility or on your site. It could also include customers, city, county officials, or just pedestrians. Do you have a contingency plan for these people being on your site, in your plant? Specifically with subcontractors, they are so prevalent. And when OSHA looks at a subcontractor on our sites, inside of our facilities, and they're performing work alongside of our workers, legally, they see no distinction in the two. You are as legally responsible for the safety of subcontractors and others on your site as you are your own employees. So it's important that you train your subcontractors and those visitors that arrive that you have standards that need to be met, and that there are consequences if they are not met. You need to make sure they fully understand what the rules are. People bumble into accidents all the time. We've watched America's Funniest Home Videos since the time I was a child, but you can tell that's been a long time. So we need to make sure that, specifically with subcontractors, we have some sort of safety agreement. OSHA sees safety as equally responsible for the general contractor as it does for the subcontractor in any situation. So, for example, if a subcontractor is working on my site, I am as equally responsible for his people and his safety, his equipment and his safety as he is. Unless it's specifically spelled out in a contract, the subcontractor then waves over his rights and says, okay, I'm responsible for training my employees. I'm responsible for my equipment, and I will let the general contractor know if there's an unsafe condition. Now, don't think that just because you have that contract that you are off the hook for your subcontractor's poor behavior. If your superintendent, foreman, supervisor, plant manager is overseeing the job, then they supersede whatever the contract says because they have the power to stop the job, and they should compel the subcontractor from stopping working. Make sure your signage is good in your facilities. Do not enter should mean do not enter. Having a pedestrian hurt on your site is unbelievably costly. It's bad for the entire industry. It just leads to more regulations. It leads to lawsuits. It leads to loss, and someone could get hurt. Let's look through our program. Let's make sure that we are covering the contingencies outside of our employees that are right in front of us. Of course, we're going to take care of them. So let's go over the first three. First, you have to have a written safety program. Second, you have to teach it to all of your employees and keep teaching it to them. And third, you need to make sure you cover all contingencies of non-employees. Hey, thanks for joining us. Put a comment if you want. I like to learn new things too, other safety people or other contractors if you have any comments. Find us at www.pagetrisk.com. That's 2 T's. And send us a message. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you for listening.